Almost every program needs to have a way to hold values. And there is different types of values. It can be a whole number, small or big. It can be decimal number, again, small or big. It can be one character, A, B, or C. It can be a very long text, a very long story. It can be yes or no, true or false. There's different types of values. Let's see an example. We'll right-click on the solution, add new project. We'll choose Console.App as the first one. Now, the name is C# types, and OK. Now we have in this solution two projects. Every project is a program, and this is a new project. Here we will write our code in the main function. Let's copy some code. Copy. Paste. The first type is int. By the way, when we build a program, when Visual Studio sees these two slashes, it knows to ignore the text after that. It knows that it's not a code, it's just a text. Sometimes the programmer wants to write something, to remember. So after these two slashes, it's not a code, and the Visual Studio ignores it when it builds the program. Just for comment. The first type is int. The int type is used to create variables to hold a value between minus 2,147,000,000 and something to plus 2,147,000,000. uint, unsigned int, it doesn't have the possibility to hold the minus number. It starts from 0 to 4,294,000,000 something. So an example. We use the type int to create a variable. A variable, we can choose any name we want. In this example, I chose a name called countryPopulation. So countryPopulation is a variable, and variable of type int, and we assign it a value of 20 million. But something happened, and we know that 18 babies were born, so we want to change the value of this countryPopulation variable. So we assign it a new value, countryPopulation equals countryPopulation plus 18. And the Console.WriteLine will show us the value that currently now in the variable countryPopulation is to 20 million and 18. Another example, long and ulong. Long is also a whole number. It's not a decimal, as int and uint. They are also on whole number, not a decimal. Long and ulong, also a whole number, not a decimal. Long is much bigger than int. Here we see the number here, a very big number, between minus something to plus very big number. Ulong, unsigned long. It means that it starts from 0. It cannot hold a minus numbers value, and its end maximum is very big. Of course, much more than the long, because it starts from 0, so it's very big. An example: we use the type long to create a variable. The name is as we choose. I chose here a name worldPopulation, and right after that, I assign it a value of 8 billion, because int is the maximum it can hold is 2 billion. So I cannot use the int type to create a variable to hold the world population. So that's why I use the type long to create a variable world population and assign it with 8 billion. And as again as before, we know that something happened and 222 babies were born, so we want to assign it a new value. So the world population now equals world population plus 222, and the Console.WriteLine will show us the result. There is another type, also a whole number, byte, an sbyte. Byte can hold from 0 to 255, and sbyte can hold from minus 128 to plus 127. So it's 256 possibilities from 0 to 255 and from minus 128 to plus 127. And an example, we use the type byte to create a variable. Name is as we choose. Here we chose the name studentsInClass, and the number, the value we assign it is 30. In Console.WriteLine is supposed to show us 30. And sbyte, signed byte, means that we can store values, minus values. So we create a variable called temperatureInCelsius. We assign it a 3, and something happened and the temperature drops down by 5 degrees, and now it's supposed to be minus 2. So we change the value inside this variable temperature in Celsius to minus 2. And you can hold it because it's sbyte, signed byte. The temperature in Celsius is of type signed byte. It can hold minus numbers. There is another type, short and ushort. Short can hold between minus 32,000 to plus 32,000, and ushort, unsigned short, it can hold from 0 to 65,000. And let's see the result. Right click on our project, debug, start new instance, and we see the country population is 20,018,000, world population is 8,222,000, class, the student class is 30, and the temperature in Celsius is minus 2.